Hi guys, welcome back. So let's start off with the base. I am using my Maybelline Master Prime, but I'm using a different one. I'm using the Blur and Smooth Primer this time. And I'm putting that all over my face. The consistency of this primer is kind of like a lotion. The other one is not, doesn't leave as much of a cast, basically. And then on top of that, I'm using my NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator in Gleam, just for a little extra dewiness underneath my foundation. For foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in the Classic Tan. I love this foundation. I've been using it every time I do my makeup for the past month. And then I am just buffing it into the skin. For me, I always like to do stamping motion so I really get the most coverage as possible. If you want to shear this out, then you could use like a beauty blender, of course wet, that'll pick up some of the extra product. But if you really want to get as much coverage as possible, then really stamping it into the skin will achieve that for you. For concealer, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal and Warm Honey. I love this concealer. I meant to go a little bit brighter with the concealer. I have one shade lighter than this, but I can't find it. So, I mean, I still like how it turned out. But usually I would go for the concealer like a little bit brighter. And I'm blending that out with my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. And as of lately, I kind of like doing my base, like my foundation first before eyeshadow, especially if those eyeshadows I know aren't really messy. I don't know, I've been liking the change up. And then for my cream contour, I'm using the Black Opal True Color Stick in Black Walnut. I keep saying I'm gonna get a shade lighter than this, but I always forget. I'm using that same sponge, just flipping it over to blend out that contour. And the nice thing about this contour with foundation stick is that it blends out so effortlessly. And then to set my highlighted areas, I'm using the Airspun Translucent Extra Coverage Loose Setting Powder. And as always, I am pushing into the skin until it disappears. I am not baking. And then to set the rest of the face, I'm using my MAC Studio Fix Powder in NC50. And then I'm taking a little bit more of that Airspun powder and setting around my mouth and my nose area. That's usually where I get the oiliest the fastest. So I'm going to let that sit for a while I move on to the eyes. I'm using my Urban Decay primer. And I'm putting that on both eyes, preparing for the eyeshadow. I am setting that primer with the Airspun powder, just so I don't get any skipping in my eyeshadow. I'm wiping away that powder and popping back to the eyes. So for my first eyeshadow, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow in Sienna, my favorite eyeshadow of life. I'm going back and forth in windshield wiper motions, also in circular motions, just to get a nice transition. And I'm slowly building up that color. I'm doing the same thing to the other eye. You really want to make sure you don't go in with too much product at once. That's how things get super messy. For my next eyeshadow, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Beauty Mark. I'm putting that in the outer corner and then dragging it into the inner corner. Still doing those windshield wiper motions. And I'm really getting that color into the socket, placing it there, and then going back and forth. And then slowly blending it up once that product has left the brush. And I'm just making sure the eyes are even, because my eyes are not the same. I have more folds in one than the other, so I have to take my time when I do my eyeshadow. Next, I'm using an Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow again. I'm using a deep brown, and I'm putting that in the outer corner again, not bringing it as far in as the Beauty Mark color, but slowly dragging it in. You really want all the product to be on that outer corner. And you want to keep it pretty soft on the inner. And then I'm taking the NYX eyeshadow base and skin tone to carve out the crease a little bit to get that half crease. So the thing with this is I brought it up a little bit higher just because I will be putting glitter on the crease line. So you want that glitter to sit above the crease so that when you open your eyes, it doesn't get mushed into the crease. It'll just end up looking messy and you won't even really be able to see the glitter. So for the lid, I'm using a shadow from the Modern Renaissance palette. Color is Antique Bronze. I'm putting that all over the lid. I'm not really focused on placing that product right on the line of the crease just because the glitter will go there, so I'm kind of leaving that space open. So for the glitter, I'm using the NYX Liquid Crystal Liner in Crystal Gold. This part's pretty easy. The applicator of this liner is really nice, so I'm simply just putting the glitter where the line is, well, the crease line. And I'm not bringing it all the way to the outer corner, just the inner and then to the center. And then for my eyeliner, I'm using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner in black. I just bought this because for some reason my Target doesn't carry NYC anymore, so I have not purchased my favorite liner. So I bought this instead and I really like it. The black is super black. The applicator is really thin, which is nice. You can get a really crisp line. And if you have an issue with your eyeliner getting out of control and getting really big, this will help you from not doing that. So I definitely recommend this liner. For mascara, I'm using the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash just to coat my lashes for my falsies. For lashes, I'm using the Flutter Lashes in Intoxicating, and while those lashes, that glue dries, I'm going to contour my face. I'm using the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Kit in Medium Dark. I really like this contour kit. The contour shade's a little red, but once you blend it out, it starts to look a little bit more together, so I do like this contour kit. And then for bronzer, I'm using the Guerlain bronzer in number 9. And for blush, I am using the Color Pop blush in Swift. It just adds a little color to the face, nothing too overpowering. So now I'm putting on those lashes, placing them in the center, and then placing down the inner and outer corners. For highlight, I'm using the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo in number 2. Now I'm contouring my nose. I honestly should have used different shade just because the undertone of this contour color is kind of red, and that can be overpowering for the center of the face, but ended up looking fine. But I would suggest, if you have this contour kit, to maybe use a different one for your nose. And then to set my face, I'm using the Urban Decay Cool and Hydrating Chill Setting Spray. And now for the lower lash line, I'm going back into those Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadows, taking the color Beauty Mark, stamping that onto my lash line. And then I'm taking the color Sienna and blending that out. And then I'm creating an extended wing on the inner corner. So you really just follow the natural line of your inner corner and how it curves in towards your nose. So you just pull it in towards your nose and then drag it in towards the lash line. And then for my liner, I'm using a blue liner today. I'm using the L'Oreal Silkaseam in Cobalt Blue, just to give a little extra pop to the look. I love how this part turned out. So for lips, I'm starting off with the Rimmel Exaggerate Lip Liner in Ultimate. And I love the Rimmel liners because they're so easy to apply. They're like butter. I'm literally barely pressing my lip in this video, and it applies so effortlessly. And then for gloss, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Gloss in Fudge. And then for a little extra pop, I am using the ColourPop Ultra Metallic Lip in Zebra. And I'm putting that right on the center of the lips. So I hope you guys enjoyed. All the details of this look will always be on my blog. That's beautywoo.com, beauty with 2 Y's. Comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks, guys. Bye.